Why these wineries? That's a big question. How does a winery get onto the Conscious Wine List? Little story. When I was a teenager, I was lucky enough to be in France, Italy, and Spain. And that first week in France, got to visit a vineyard, a family, a farm, a culture where biodiversity, animals on the farm, this whole mix of elements was so awesome. I had never imagined a farm to look like that, or I'd never seen a farm to look like that. And the idea that a vineyard was part of that was really, really dynamic to me. When I got back to the States, excited, telling all my friends, all of a sudden I'm a little too young wine guy. Next thing I know, I'm off in California visiting a friend. See these vineyards, very, very different. The land just went on and on and on, and the vineyards covered a lot of that space. Didn't have the same vitality for me. So I started to look around and think about the vineyards that I saw in France, and where in the United States, where in California, where in Oregon, Washington, wherever I was, would I find vineyards where those particular qualities that really made the culture of that farm so interesting really stand out. So as I started to travel around and look around in the United States, I started to discover wineries, mostly family farms, that had these beautiful senses of mixing the elements and diversity that really seemed to bring an aliveness to it. Then I found some where the wine was great and combined those elements. So why these wineries? Conscious Wine's 4 principles. Organically grown grapes, sustainably farmed, holistic mindset runs the farm, creating vital living products that taste great. These wineries all fit those 4 principles. Then we created the practices to identify and tell you about some of these things that I saw at many of these wineries and vineyards in Europe, including biodiversity, animals on the farm, polyculture, for example. So, in the United States, on the West Coast, we've identified a bunch of wineries that fit and meet our 4 principles. Here's some of them. Porterbass, Brickhouse, Dominio 4, Paul Dolan Wines, Cowhorn Vineyards, May Sarah, Litterai, Benziger, Tres Saboris, Montanor, Ambeth Estate, and Arajo. So all these wineries and many more are on the Conscious Wine List, the list of wineries that meet the criteria for the 4 principles of conscious wine. When you go to the winery pages and you check out who's on there, the wineries that we have the full-fledged descriptions and stories of on the winery pages are also the wines that are available in our shop. So have fun, get to know these wineries. They're rocking it. They're making wines that are great for palate and planet. And we're really excited to be here to be able to tell you all about them. Cheers.